Hello friends, and welcome to Train Sim World 2. This is Fat Mike. I've decided I'm going to make a few train videos. If there's any questions that you'd like to ask, please leave them in the comments below. If you have any ideas for any videos that I could create on your favorite game or specific discussions within Train Sim World, just let me know. I'll try to get to it as fast as possible. So today we're going to do a quick little video. We're going to do the westbound helper. We're using the SD40. If you'll go to your schedule for the Cumberland patch, I think that's the sand patch grade, you'll see X790 westbound helper. And what it's wanting us to do is to bring this helper pair over to the waiting train, couple up, and let's head up to the grade. So it says it should take about 8 minutes to do. Just a quick little video. It's 9:30 in the morning. I haven't done it yet. I'm going through and getting all the ribbons on these now. I've done most everything else on sand patch and just going through and tidying up the little things I haven't done. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so here we are. It's telling us again what we need to do. Type of locos we're using two of them, the length of them. We'll go ahead and click begin. Okay. So let's assess our situation here. We got two locomotives, and let's take them down here to the crossover. So let's make sure they're set up for dual power first. Go ahead and switch the generator field to on. Go ahead and click control and minus and switch to the back one. We got a SD. Looks like we got a one of these attached up to the rear end. Alright, so we need to set it up. Go ahead and turn these three off. Alright. Make sure that the brake system is set up for trail. Yeah, it is. Alright. Go ahead and make sure our radio is shut off. The radio's right here on this one. Alright. And we don't worry about distributed power. Alright, so everything's set up right. Cross white lights, we turn them off. We can turn on number lights on just for show. And headlight. This is this would be the long hood trail, ain't it? Yeah. So alright, we'll hit control and minus. Go back to our other locomotive. Make sure the radio's on. Alright. Turn our number lights on. Turn the flat line light off. And this is the unit coupled at long hood end. Alright. So we'll go ahead and pull our reversal switch out. Turn our ditch lights on. Go ahead and set our headlights to bright. We'll sound our horn twice. Turn the bell off. Go ahead and set our independent brake. And I'm going to release service brake. Let this pressure build up in the pipes here. Something's not right with this. Go ahead and give her a little throttle here. Make sure this is set to freight and this is set to lead. Now our pressure's built up. Alright. So we'll go ahead and set our reverser to forward. release our independent brake. Give it a little power. And we're rolling. Make sure our switches are all set correctly. We'll hit the 9 above the keyboard. And click that there, set that one correctly. That one's set correctly. Change that one. That one looks good. This one looks good. Alright. Check this one here. It needs to be switched. This one needs to be switched. This one. This one looks good. And so looking good. Looking good there. And that's where we got to go to. Now, if you're new to Train Sim World 2, I highly recommend that you do all the switching yard missions first. Excuse me. It'll get you familiar with applying gradual power and learning how to brake the locomotive in the yard. And when you're just in the yard, there's no need to use your service brake. I use the independent brake. Very handy. All we're actually stopping is the locomotives. The independent brake is great for that. And if you're moving cars in the yard, you can just use your independent brake. No need to use a service brake. Sometimes you can use this independent brake as like a cruise control if you can get it set just right. Now, if you're also new to this game, I suggest you have fun with it. There's speed limits in the game, and it's nice if you can stick to those speed limits. In real life, railway traffic, the speed limits are more accurately monitored than they are on actual highways. Trains can get out of control very fast, and there's a lot of inertia going on there. But sometimes I'll get on the sand patch grade here, and I'll see just how fast I can get this thing up the hill without actually turning it over. You know, not something I recommend for daily life. And in the real life, if an engineer is allowed 10 mile an hour before he gets in any really big trouble. If he gets caught speeding 10 mile an hour or over on a locomotive in the United States, you lose your license. Does it happen? Yeah, I'm sure it does. But just because they do it don't mean that anybody else should do it. But this is a game. This is a simulator. If you want to see how fast you can get up to sand patch grade, giving her all the juice she's got, nothing wrong with that. You want to see how fast you can come down without turning her over. There ain't nothing wrong with that neither. But the only thing the game won't allow you to do is pass the red light. So keep that in mind when you're on your cannonball run down through there. If you get a yellow light, you better start slowing her down. Which I'll do a video too on doing a speed run up the hill and down the hill. So I'm not even got the gas turned on right now. I'm just been gliding down the hill. That's one thing I love about switching yard work. There's not a whole lot of thought goes into it. As long as you got your As long as you got your switches set, and I have a tutorial on how to set your switches, so it's pretty easy. You just use the 9 above your keyboard and then click on the switch that you want to switch, or you can stop the train, get out, and go switch it. I find it much easier just to do it on the map. Right. So now it wants us to couple the 42 vehicles. Let's go look at our map and check our switches. Now it's wanting us to come up here, a couple of these. So we're going to check our switches. Switch lever there is good. We want to follow this black path. It's good, it's good. Alright, good there. But right here, you see, it needed to be turned up here because we're following this blue path when it's all said and done with. But black is where your switches are pointing to. And that looks good, and that looks good. So we're good all the way up to this locomotive. So we'll go back to our train here. And we'll just stay in this locomotive here. Hit 1. Go ahead and put this thing in reverse. Go ahead and release our independent brake. Bail it off. Give it a little throttle here. So back up the track we'll go. So now we're going up the grade. So we got to give it some juice. I'm just letting it coast in there. Generally you want to hit that, your couplings together, less than 2 miles an hour. You could get right up here. The 3 key and just look at it real close, but alright, we're connected. Complete. And that's it. What? I only got a blue ribbon? Why? Huh. Alright, well, I'll see you next episode. I'm gonna do a video on running up the grade without turning the train over, and after you played it so long, these little things like that will help you keep it more interesting, challenges, whatnot. So anyway, thanks for watching. And if I can answer any questions, or you have any suggestions for videos, please leave them in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer any questions I can. I'm pretty knowledgeable about trains in this simulator. So alright, thanks again for watching. We'll see you next episode.